What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Abe. This is Eve Online, and I am flying around in. Where am I? There I am. In my pod. Why am I doing this? Because I wanted to leave the ships that I was in at the place that I was at, and I wanted to get into these other things. But be that as it may, during the New Year's Happy New Year video, I asked for some input on what sort of content you guys might want to see in the coming weeks or months. And I got a lot of great responses, so thank you. And just to list out some of the things that I've grabbed off of the comments from that video so far, one of them was a question about salvaging. And I'm going to go two different routes with that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the fitting, but mostly about like how to find stuff to salvage, and both, I guess, on your own and like in a corporation if you're not generating the salvage yourself. Another one was hunting down abandoned drones, and that's always fun. So I'm gonna try to get a ship for myself here and take care of that. And MTU hunting. Now that's something I've never done, but I would guess that it's very similar to hunting down abandoned drones, only with different goals. So we can talk about that. We've got wormhole living solo, and I'm not sure how feasible it is solo, but just from the standpoint that you can't effectively defend your, like, if you put up a station. Anyway, we can talk about that. I have a friend who just moved into and is setting up a small corporation in, I think it's a C2 wormhole, and so I'll get his input and talk to him and pick his brain about all of the various considerations for wormhole living. A PI, or a planetary let's see, what is it? Planetary, come on, open it up. There we go. Let's see. Planetary something. I forget what the I stands for, but anyway, I am really curious about that myself, and so I'll probably have to learn that in the near future, and we can make some videos on that. Hauling for profit in a T1 hauler. That may be a number of videos talking about what's worth hauling, what to haul in, the difference between the ships, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of information there. I don't know that I will have all of the information to give you, but I will give you what I can come up with and what I've figured out on my own, and we can go from there. Faction warfare. Wow. Faction warfare. And we've talked about this a little bit in the past, and so I was going to use one of my alpha characters just to do it in small anomalies, for a small faction warfare, staying in frigates, maybe even destroyers, but do that on an alpha class character and see what that's like. I've been wanting to do that for no other reason than just because I want to learn PvP on a small or solo scale, and this seemed like a great way to do it. So how do you get into it, and how do you do well? Another question about solo PvP. So all of those things can sort of be tied together in a series of videos there. And then if you want to do small group instead of solo PvP, how do you find that small group and go about doing that? So those were a bunch of great suggestions, and we'll get into those as enumerated. And I'm looking forward to that. Another thing, I'd like to branch out into other games over the coming months, and it may not be as as useful as like a tutorial, but it may just be kind of a fun jaunt as we go into a particular game. I've done some videos on like Pillars of Eternity. I never finished that, so I may need to go back and continue to play and finish that game. I've got No Man's Sky that I've been trying to get myself to go back and play. Yeah, there's just a bunch of games that I've got here in Steam and elsewhere. And yeah, what of those, or are there any games that you were interested in that you think would be fun to get into on the side, or watch me play, or talk to me about? Any of those things. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, and hear also kind of what you're into these days. And if there's something that I should be aware of that I need to be playing, then this would be a great opportunity for you to tell me about it, and maybe I can play it and we can play it together. So thank you very much in advance for your input. I really appreciate it. Makes it all worthwhile. So thanks for watching, and look forward. I've got a busy couple weeks, maybe even a month at work over the next month or so. So mid to late February, things are going to slow down a bit at work. So if I am not able to get videos up reliably 5 days a week over the next few weeks, I apologize, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. So thank you for your patience, and thanks for coming back, and I'll see you in the next video.